Well, Christian didn't turn up, but I did watch the winner's video. What a nice fella to have won that car. I mean, I don't like the Mini, but what a lovely fella, and what a reasonably useful car, I suppose. But he had 50 grand with it. So where was I? Zone 1. Yes, at last. It's been a couple of weeks, but we're back in Zone 1. I was 30. Let me have a look. Let me have a think about this a second. Yeah, I was 31 pickles out on the X. I was too far to the left, and just 2 pickles out on the Y. So I was it's almost on the same distance across there. Our average was 2108, whereas the judges were 2128, so we were 20 pickles out there. And our Y for the average was 1274, and theirs was 13, so 26 out there. So the average would have been zone 1 as well, and I was in zone 1. But I would have uploaded this a couple of hours ago, because when I finished work at 4 o'clock, the results were already in. But I was going to do this first, and then I had to go out and do stuff. But every time I looked at the judging video, it was set to private, so I couldn't see it, which meant I wouldn't be able to record it or play it, whatever. So I went out and did the stuff that I had to do, and I've just got back in now and have a look at the video. So I haven't even done a first coordinate yet, but we'll come to that in a minute. Let's have a look at the judges. Now, they do seem to be 8 judges again. Oh, Kieran's in charge again this week, is he? Looks like Matt Cannon's off again. Okay. Kieran does a good job, fair play. We always seem to get better results when Kieran heads the judging. Maybe just coincidence. But yeah, this diamond shape that the judges are in, almost identical, as far as I can remember, to the diamond shape that we did with our 8 viewers crosses that we had on Saturday. So it was always going to be very close if it was going to be like that, and they're reasonably clustered together, I think. Let me just look a bit closer. Yeah, looking at the guy from the front in blue here, very, very narrow band where they've all gone up there, and not even that wide a band from the other players. I think it's almost identical. I haven't looked, but I think it's almost identical to the cluster that we did on Saturday. So yes, I was in zone 1, so I'm happy with the result, got my money back. But I also think the judging made sense in that it was always going to be all about the height, and some had gone low and some had gone high. I know some of you were going to say ridiculous judging, terrible judging, but I don't know. My thing is, as long as they're reasonably close together and there's a cluster, I think the judging, even if it's miles away from where I am, that's what you want. You want them all to be singing from the same hymn sheet. But yeah, I've fast forwarded it, I've already looked, and they didn't take anybody out, and I didn't think they would actually, because it's a very narrow band going up there, and it's not even that much difference between the height. So no problem with the judging from me this week. But luckily I managed to be in zone 1 and get all of my £1.50 back that I spent. Let's have a look at this week's picture then, because I haven't looked at it properly yet. I glanced at it earlier, but that was about it. Right then, what do we have here? We can only see one player's eyes. There's a fella right in the foreground here, head tilted back at an angle. Looks like he's looking up straight over the top of the head of the guy behind him, so that's going to make sense. And this guy, they've had it on the left here, can't see his eyes. Probably we can only go with the angle of his head there. What are his eyebrows doing? His eyebrows look as though they're raised there, so I would assume then he's looking up higher than the angle of his head. So let's draw something from there. And let's say if he's looking up from the angle of his head, let's go there for now. What's this guy doing then? He's looking... Which way is his head turning? Tilted slightly. Let's go somewhere there. That one looks like he's looking further over there. So let's do a white line and go up the middle from his nose. And let's chuck across it there, see how it looks. Before we jiggle it about and move it around. Let's hide the lines. Does that make sense? Actually, I think that's a bit high from where the guy at the back is looking. But it would make sense from the guy in the foreground, number 15, who's looking sort of in that direction and quite high because his head's tilted back a fair bit. And the guy on the left looks as though he's looking quite high as well. So I suppose if you figure that the guy at the background there in the goals is quite a fair bit further back, in which case, because of the angle, it probably could be that high from where he's looking. Because it does look like his head is tilted back slightly. So yeah, that's what I'm going as my first cross. It's got to be that area. And if I put the magnifying glass sort of there and pretend it's the football, then yeah, I think all three could be looking at that magnifying glass. So somewhere in there, which isn't much help. But I'll have a better look later in the week, and we'll see what you guys think as well before Saturday. So that's my first coordinate I'm going to put in for this week. I'll start off the common thread 3116814. So leave me a coordinate this week, guys, and let me know how you got on. Apologies that I don't answer all of you these days. That's because I used to get an email every time a comment got left. I'd get an email saying there's a comment left from Steve or Dave or Andrew or whatever. Now I never get those emails, so I only see the comments now when I log in and actually look at the comment section. Right, what's next? Revcomps. What have I got for Thursday's draw? One ticket and one ticket only on this Porsche, because it's £130,000 cash alternative. Underard wasn't going to bother because it was 30,000 tickets, and I thought, do you know what? You've got no chance if you don't buy a ticket at all of you, so just buy one. So I just bought one ticket. I am cutting down because I've sorted out my new flat in Porthcawl, and it looks like I'll be having the keys in about 3.5 weeks, so I'm going to have to spend a lot of money on furniture and stuff. So got no choice now, got to cut down. Well, for a while anyway, till I bought the furniture, then I'll be back at it. So what did they add last night for next Monday? Audi A3 S-Line. I think this was a 2-litre diesel, if I remember, when I looked at it yesterday, and it's the saloon version, which I've always liked. I've always liked the saloon version, so I will do a ticket or two on that. I haven't yet, but I will. BMW M3 Touring Competition. Too mental for me. Land Rover Defender 110. These are good. These are expensive to buy, these. And I think, as an investment, they'll just get higher and higher in value all the time. Mini Countryman Cooper S doesn't really appeal to me, but the tickets are cheap, £4.5, so I might. Don't like that Fiat, even though the tickets are £2.67 each. They're selling 9,999 of them, which seems to be an odd thing to do, but people will buy them because they're cheap tickets. A tranny van, only 5,000 tickets, and that comes with £1,000 as well, so it's something to think about. I notice the transit vans and the vans in general always go, they always sell well, because everybody wants a van, don't they? Whether it's for work or turn into a camper or a day van or whatever, always popular vans. I'm more into the daily auto draws lately. I've got one on this Nissan Cash Cow, that's finishing tonight at 10 o'clock. Only 69% sold, but that will probably sell out by tonight. It happens every night. Just before the end, everybody buys loads of tickets. BMW Z4, not for me. Peugeot Bipper, that's got a little diesel engine in it. Cracking if you want to start a little business. I did get one on this Vauxhall Adam as well, Vauxhall Adam S, because it's very much like the Fiat Abarth. In fact, I think it's exactly the same body shell, probably made in the same factory, and it's the 1.4 litre turbo engine, same as the Abarth. What else? Hyundai i30N. I'm in an about that. I haven't made my mind up yet. Then there's this Fiat Urban, which are a lot bigger than the normal 500s. And what else we got? Range Rover Evoque Diesel 2016. Don't know if I'll bother on that. So the last one I've got a ticket on is this Vauxhall Adam, which finishes on Friday. So I've got nothing after that yet. But there's still time. I still might do some more. Anyway, let me know how you get on, guys, because I think most of us would have been Zone 1, Zone 2 this week. I'd be very surprised if there's many in Zone 3, and shocked if there's anyone in Zone 4. But yeah, let me know where you get on, guys. Leave a coordinate for Saturday. We'll make another one on Saturday. And in the meantime, good luck, everyone.